Looks like things are about to get busy around here.
Senpai, I was waiting for you. I forgot to mention, my name is Uncle Death. This game, let it die.
Congratulations!
What's going on, fellow gamers? It's Metsu here, and welcome to Let It Guide. Within this guide, it's going to be a little bit different because I'm going to be commentating over my live gameplay. You guys wanted me to upload the unedited version of this and explain exactly how I dealt with this situation being unexpectedly ambushed. So I'll be watching it as you guys are watching it and just commentating and telling you why I did certain things. So starting off with that fist missile that I had threw, I just wanted to see how much damage it did. So in this situation, with all the items that I had, I wanted to test out everything before I actually took them on and to see how much damage it really did. So that's why I'm shooting it with my firework gun. The firework gun usually pulls through against fighting MKs. It's really good against the bone tuber, if I'm correct. That keeps him in place, and I can go into guides on how to defeat certain enemies other than bosses later on down the road. But now I'm switching up my stuff basically to just try to get up close, and again I'm testing out how much damage things actually do. So now I'm going to pull out the sniper. I see that it does 119 damage. It doesn't really take that much health, so I don't find that really reliable. So I think that in this situation now I'm going to switch back to my sword as I just did and just try to slice them up. Now, as you guys know or may not know, that with these new MKs coming up to the higher floors, they do have flamethrowers inside their stomach, unlike the earlier MKs, well, bullet tubers, where they don't do anything if you're up close other than try to shoot you. With these guys, what I did learn that's not in this footage is that once they lock onto you, you are safe to run up on them before the laser turns red, because once it turns red, they'll start lighting you up. If the laser isn't on you when you're up close and they're still walking around, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna hit you with a flamethrower. So as you guys just saw, the thing had turned red, so I kept on running. No need to go up right up on her. I got 2 hits in. I could have got a third one in possibly, but I wanted to get those 2 hits in and roll away, because it was a lot safer not to go for the third one just in case she did want to back up and do a flamethrower, which would have eaten a lot of health, and I didn't want to risk that. So you guys see that I pulled out another missile, and at this point I already know it doesn't do much damage, but any damage is helpful, and unfortunately I had missed that one, but that's why I went ahead and got rid of those. So doing the best that I can, just trying to finish him off and then getting the cover so that the other one does not shoot me. In this situation, I realized that using the sword would be the best against these bullet tubers, and the only way I could really kill them, because these swords are really the only way I can do damage. So here I switched to my spear, and I think I'm gonna smack it. Yeah. So I hit the wall just to test out the basically the buttons to make sure that I was gonna press the right button before I ran up in there. That did take up a little bit of durability, but it was worth it. And I never used the slow-mo, and I saw that there was 2 more bullet tubers. So I was thinking, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I can't run up on them because the staff is too slow. So here I'm gonna switch back to the slow-mo. I'm gonna eat it, and then I'm gonna run right up on them just to try to see how much damage I really do. I'm gonna start doing the forward shank, and I see that it doesn't do much damage. Then I do for the full swing. The full swing doesn't do much damage, so I just go right back to the normal stats because it's faster, and the damage didn't make a difference, but DPS wise, as the damage per second does. So that's why I kept on going with the stats. There, she kept on backing up. She could have easily hit me with a fire, so I went ahead and went behind cover so that I wouldn't be hit, and I'm going to go ahead and gain some grounds to recover my ground and then try to attack her. So now that I had killed all of them, I tried to go to the gate because I thought they were done. And at this point, I was really panicking because you clearly see that they both have crossbows. So here, I slowed it down. I wanted to see how much damage I did. And at this point, I gave up all hope because as you guys see, I'm not doing any damage at all. Try to switch to the sword to see if it makes a difference, and it does not make a dang difference. So I just go ahead and take off. Try to get a little bit more damage in, and again take off because there's no point in trying to fight them at this point. It doesn't do any damage, and they're going to do a lot more damage to me than I can output to them. So here I just keep on baiting them and baiting them. As you guys see, I switched to my brain shroom. I don't know if that's what it's called, but it looks like a brain. I have punched him in the face, wanted to see how much the stomp did. Didn't do much damage. Going to try to roll away and get out of there. Basically still testing damage in this situation. I'm gonna go ahead and eat something just because I am about halfway on health. I'm gonna keep on trying to run away. At this point, I'm trying to think about what I can do, and what I really want to do is get them both together so that I can hit them with a brain shroom, and then I can hit them with the Gortastic, because right now that's really the only reliable way to kill them. I try to test out my firework gun because they are screamers versus the tubers, and it doesn't look like it does much damage at all, just like with the tubers, so I stopped using that and continued to run away. So now you guys see that I switched back to the brain shroom. The moment they came after me, I went ahead and turned around through it, and now I can finish them with the Gortastic. So now this is the last wave of enemies. We have 2 crossbow screamers and 1 great axe screamer, and I did a typo in the other video if you guys didn't notice, but that's besides the point. Coming back to the gameplay, I'm still panicking, not knowing what exactly to do. I knew that I had 2 more brain shrooms left, so at this point I'm just trying to run around and dodge as many crossbows as possible. I didn't have any more heals if I'm correct, so right now just trying to maneuver and gather them all up as best as possible. That way I can throw down 1 good brain shroom and hit them all with the Gortastic before any of them wakes back up. So I actually had 2 more heals, it looks like. Within that, I guess I wanted to see that if I could survive long enough without having to use my heals, because I usually try to use my heals when I'm in dire need of it. And that's the only reason why I could think of that, why I didn't heal earlier. So this is something really simple. You guys see that I'm jumping a lot, and instead of, you know, running in a straight line, then I tend to jump a lot just because, you know, a jumping target is kind of hard to hit. So I think that upped my chances in not getting hit with any of the arrows. Of course, getting hit every now and then, but it decreases my chances of getting hit with a lot of them. So now you guys see that I'm gathering them up a little bit by little. So I'm just trying to run around in a circle now that they are really close, just to get them together. And then the moment I see an opening, then I can hit them with a brain shroom. Right here, I thought it was a good chance, but I didn't go for it. And right here, since they were all hitting each other, I thought it was. Unfortunately, it didn't hit all 3 of them. It almost hit me. Luckily, I was not in range. And if you guys didn't know, you are safe when you're using Gortastic. So the moment he tried to swing, I went for the Gortastic, and you see that he wanted to hit me again, but I went for another Gortastic. Now I noticed that the axe dropped. That's something that you have to notice really quick. I switched to my machete because I know that the rage art actually puts them on the ground. So I'm gonna wait for him to swing, punish him with the machete, wait for he's on the ground. Not gonna try to get any additional damage. Gonna go ahead and run, pick up that axe, and now it's gonna turn into a 1v1. I do have 1 more brain shroom, but I don't know at this point that if I'm gonna have to deal with any more waves. So you guys may be wondering, why didn't you use the brain shroom? Again, I didn't know if there was any more waves. That way it would have been a lot safer to save it in case I had to fight more screamers. I tried to go for the overhead, which is not safe at all because it leaves yourself wide open. Although you have super armor, you do still take damage. It doesn't reduce damage at all. So I just stick to using the L2, and then by the end of this fight I switch back to the sword. I don't know if I throw down my axe or if I actually break it, but the L2 is a lot safer to use versus the R2. So you guys see that he has like the sweat marks above his head. When you're in that state, you cannot dodge. So I was getting greedy and wanted to keep on hitting him. So as you guys see, I got punished for that because I was out of range. Now I'm switching between my stuff to see if I have any other items I want to use, but I am confident that I will be able to kill him without doing so. And at this point, I don't think I have any more heals. I think I just scrolled through everything and I do not have any more heals. So I'm like, all right, I need to make this work, because if I die, I'm gonna have to pay a lot of gold, and I really don't want to do that. So I switched back to my sword just because the sword is a lot more reliable than using the axe, and I know that I will be able to kill him with this, and I'm a lot more confident with it. Because the recovery on the sword is actually really, really long, so it leaves a gap, a large gap for you to punish it with whatever weapon you're using. So I could have tried to go, I could have gone for the third hit, but I felt like I was going to get punished for it if I did whiff. Whiffing means that, you know, you barely miss the person and you can get punished for it. So I went ahead and shot with the nail gun, and that closed it out. I hope that this guide helped you guys, and this was the type of guide that you guys were requesting. I know that a couple of you and a good amount of you were actually, like I said in the beginning of the video, was asking for this. And yeah, again, I hope this helped you guys understand the way that I play this game and the way that I think. And it goes back to my beginner's guide into saying, you know, don't panic, and instead of being afraid of the battle, instead take control of it. And that's what I was practicing on doing within this, and I was really, really tested, and I had to eat my own words and put it inside my gameplay. And as you guys see, positive results. I survived through it, and I took control of the battle. So again, I hope you guys enjoyed this, I guess, live commentary guide, and I will see you guys in the next Let It Die gameplay guide video, whatever you guys want to call it, or whatever I upload. This is Metsu, and I'll see you gamers later. I'm out. Peace.